S&P bear market. Are
No.
we?
He said no.
There's no chance of a bear market happening anytime soon.
There's always a probability. But while I'm in my presentation mode, something want you guys to put into Chat GPT. I talked about it before, but maybe some of you haven't heard it. Altman Z-score. So I want you, this is the prompt, act as a world-class investor. Look at the 500 companies in the S&P 500, grade them with an Altman Z-score, and tell me the probability of the S&P 500 going into recession. Z-score is a probability for a company going into bankruptcy or having extreme financial issues. So even though, let's say, and also too, you got to factor in the weight in of the S&P 500. If a bunch of those companies begin to have issues, guess what? They're going to have a little board meeting, and we're going to reallocate. We're going to see some companies get called off the bench, and things are going to get restructured.
We'll know, like it'll be pretty obvious if there is, right? Like we'll see Nvidia pull back, have into correction territory. We'll see Microsoft, right? We'll see these $1 trillion. Those companies are weighted so heavily inside the S&P that it'll be very obvious, right? Because they move the market, it'll be the inverse. And by recession, we mean 2 negative quarters still, or
and even with that, this is the funny part. There is a reimagining of what 2 negative quarters look like. So
we had 1, we didn't get to 2.
And we had the negative pullback that we wanted in April. If I made you money, please put yes in chat. SPY got down to 482. I doubt we take off, and we drop from 635 back down to maybe a 510 level. And I can even say that probably in that April, it was an overcorrection out of fear. It wasn't a logical based pullback, but the market pulls back. And I think a lot of times people want this big short because of the Big Short and Michael Burry. But once again, in that time, 03 to 05, getting 500% return is like the equivalent of getting 5,000% now. That's a lot of you who are able to get 400 or 500% just holding long term.
We're seeing it.
So just continue to hold for the long term. The quality of companies and selection of companies into these indexes, particularly QQQ, SPY, VOO, VTI, VGT, are too strong. And the other part that is not being factored in when people keep asking for a correction or recession, we as investors and buyers into the market are more sophisticated than we've ever been.
That part.
Like all these opportunities that they're gone in an instant. Like had this been 10 years ago, that April drought probably would have lasted 3 or 4 months. It lasted 8 weeks.
Here's the other part about what you're saying, right? Like people will say, I can't wait for a pullback, can't wait for a pullback. The pullback comes and then they do nothing. They're like, oh, no, it's going to keep going lower.
Well, you think it's going to keep going lower.
Exactly. So you don't do anything, right? Meanwhile, when it gets lower, like you said, sophisticated investors. And I think that's why it's just such a unique time. Like when we talk to people and they're talking about percentages, they're not talking like 7-8%. They're talking, hey, I'm up 400%. I'm up 600%. I'm up 193%.
And this is long term. We're not even include the options or futures trading. This is just long term.
I'm like, do you even hear what you're saying? Like that is absolutely incredible. So like you have to be prepared. You have to have reserves. So we always talk about that in your money market. Have reserves because in the event that there is a pullback, right? This is opportune time. If there is a correction, even better. The strongest companies will be here.
Well, you also have to dollar cost average in sometimes, even on the pullback. So you don't have to put everything in, but you can 50%, 25%, and then, do it like that. Because that is a real concern.
It is.
Nobody wants to put money into something, and then it's another 50% drop. We saw that happen with crypto. Buy the dip, and then it just keeps dipping. It's like limbo. It's like, what's that thing? You just keep going. How low can you go?
Limbo. There's limbo.
Limbo? That's the name of the game?
Yeah. But even if they...
Whatever happened to limbo? We never really spoke about that. Like, there's a lot of these games. There's a lot of these games that was just wiped out.
Video games. That's what happened.
Oh, we're going back into our blackout bag.
Or people might not be physically
could you do that?
Able to do that anymore. That speaks to the wellness of society.
You think you can do that?
Limbo?
Yeah, no way.
It depends on how low it is.
But that's the point.
No, I'm just saying I'm not like at Ringling Brothers Circus. Like I can't do like 2 feet off the ground, but 4 feet.
No, shout out to the Jamaican Massive. I know a couple.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. For sure. But one day, and it won't be today, but one day we'll have a conversation about how technology companies have affected the health of generations and how a lot of those games and moments that we had to bond went away because of said technologies.
Yeah. It's a fact.
Okay. It's the 9 o'clock hour. You know what that means? Put the kids to bed.
For sure. And if you want to learn how to get rich from the market, go to IanDunlap.com. If you want to know where to get in, where to get out. Stock Club call will be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central. If I made you money, please put yes in chat. But if you want to know which companies are going to fall apart before the world knows it 3 to 6 months in advance, where to get in, where to get out, 3 different prices for every stock. Stock Club prices are in Kajabi. So if you don't want to wake up on CNBC one day watching it and see your portfolios down 30%, I'll let you know what to do 3 months in advance. Go to IanInvest.com and join Red Panda Stock Club. I will see you guys next week in Atlanta. I am 62 pages deep in research. I got to make my final 80 slides. How much time I get Sunday? 45 minutes?
Yeah.
What you need? You need more?
I'm good with that. No, I like the cliffhanger.
Yeah, Ian on 4th slide. You're like, y'all, I only got 3 minutes left.
Yeah. Go through 50 slides real quick.
Let me just breeze through these real quick.
Yeah.
And I will say this too, because speaking of InvestFest, a few people DM'd John Hope Bryant. Like, we had the sweepstakes where you can enter to win opportunity to be on stage with him and talk about your business, and then he's going to give a grant and all that. And you'd be surprised. At least 4 people DM me it closed the hour early on the website. And we got them sorted as far as the technical team. There was an issue that they actually closed an hour earlier than it was supposed to close. But why are you waiting to an hour before it closes? Why are you waiting to an hour? We told you 5 weeks ago. Why are you waiting to the last hour? Literally. And like I said, it wasn't just one person. That was the craziest thing about it. There's at least 5 people. Why are you waiting to the last literally you're waiting to literally the last hour? You had at least 4 to 5 weeks.
Spend your money on the last hour.
How you do one thing is how you do everything. You gotta prepare. Shout out to all of the people that got selected for Paul Judge's pitch competition.
Yeah.
Check your emails.
Please.
If you did not receive an email, unfortunately, this year, you were not selected. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a good product on your hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you should still be at InvestFest, because there's definitely people that you're going to be able to share your ideas with, people that are looking to partner with you, people that are looking to invest in you, and maybe you could invest in others. So it all encompassing.
That's a fact. Okay, 6,200 people want to check in.
Yeah.
Man, another one.
Blue Stripe, I love you. Don't play with me. My yes in chat is legendary, and we already know how many people I made money. If I made you money, please put yes in chat, and let's let Blue Stripe know I'm not playing.
Oh, Blue Stripe.
What's that?
Come on.
It's unfortunate.
I'm about to loop. No, I'm about to loop.
Okay.
I'm just looking in the comments.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I'm just looking in the comments.
Okay, I thought I missed something. All right, got you.
Okay, I called NVIDIA 27. Go to Rolling Out article 2017. Stock of the year. Hold on, Rashad. Didn't you say MicroStrategy was your stock of the year?
It was in his 5 for sure.
Like, we not gonna play internet games. Not on Al Gore's internet. Come on. I know I may not be the most likable and all that shit, but when it comes to these prices and what to invest in, I got this down.
All right, can we go here? Because tomorrow is our earnings for CoreWeave, a company that we've been talking about. A lot of people are interested. Some people invested after IPO. Not something that we suggested. The 6 months will finally be up on September 28th when that lockup for how long people can hold pre-IPO. It got up to 146, shot back down. What are the thoughts around CoreWeave? Reporting tomorrow.
I really don't care about what it's reporting. The lockup period is what I care about more than anything.
That's a fact.
To see how many people get to hold in that. But as far as a company, I think that the promise of the company is incredible. Not comparing the two, but I remember when Facebook IPO, they had that glitch where the market was messed up and for 3 or 4 hours, and everyone was like, this is a sign that it's not a good investment, and it's turned into Meta, etc. I think CoreWeave will be one of a very important company in its generation. So I wouldn't care so much about what the reporting is, but just the strength of the company, I think is very powerful, and probably by next year they should be at that 243 range, and then 4 years out possibly be at 393, 21. Shout out to Blue Stripe, I love you dearly. So I like CoreWeave a hell of a lot.
I like CoreWeave as well. I'm concerned. It's been the same concern since the beginning. It's the amount of debt that they accumulate for the infrastructure, right? Like they have to build the infrastructure.
It's intensive.
It's intensive, and it makes sense if you're not a hyperscaler and you don't have the CapEx to spend on a Blackwell chip. Having the idea of using their cloud and using their chips, it's almost like it's a rental service in a sense, right? You're allowed to rent the GPU power and use it to your advantage to help scale your company, which makes a lot of sense. But the amount of money that it takes to have the infrastructure to house that is also a lot of money. What is promising for them, from my standpoint, is the partners that they have. Number one, NVIDIA is a 20% owner or has 20%,
and that helps a lot.
Which never hurts, right? When they're supplying the highest level GPU, even if it's second tier. So for the people who are not familiar, right? Blackwell is the GPU that they're using now. Blackwell Ultra will be next. By the time Blackwell Ultra comes, there will still be Blackwell chips, which CoreWeave will implement. Right now, they're implementing Hopper, and people are able to use that at a high scale. That partnership is important, but their number one customer, you know who the number one customer is for CoreWeave?
Less informed them.
Microsoft.
My baby.
Microsoft. And if we saw what Microsoft reported, and that's why earnings reports are important, not from the standpoint of, hey, I might get lucky and they'll have a blowout quarter. No, watch what Microsoft does, because if that is their number one customer and they're looking at Azure and how that is taking a piece of the cloud space, then you know CoreWeave is inside of that number. And so I'm interested to see how they report tomorrow. Obviously the debt, but seeing Microsoft have such a great quarter and seeing what Azure has done for them for the quarter, that is a good sign from my standpoint for how CoreWeave will look tomorrow.
You know who CoreWeave reminds me of, even though they're like totally different industries? It reminds me of how long Amazon was in debt because it was investing in infrastructure. And when they finally make that positive turn, they were off to the races. So like if you look at the investment, I think the net margin is like negative 44%. But the infrastructure is so important. Like, and then you have two types of companies. Some come out the gate and just kill it, but some are investing into the future. I can see them just staying hunkered down and taking a positive turn maybe in 5 or 6 years. They get that net margin issue fixed, and then they'll be off to the races. So
yeah. And again, we went to GTC. What was the company we kept seeing?
It was everywhere.
It was everywhere, bro. Every presentation we just saw it.
Not gonna lie.
What's
talking
the
about
deal?
integration? Yep.